My dad has never let me leave shoes by the front door overnight. I just found out the horrifying reason why. Every night, the same routine. Before bed, Dad would walk through the house and collect any shoes left by the entrance. He'd carry them to our bedrooms and place them inside our closets. If I left sneakers by the door after school, they'd be in my room by morning. If guests left shoes overnight, Dad would quietly move them to the coat closet before anyone woke up. I thought he was just obsessively neat. My friends thought it was weird. My mom never explained it. She'd just give Dad this sad look whenever I complained about it. Just humor him, she'd say. It matters to him. Last week, I was helping Dad clean out the garage. Mom passed 2 years ago. He's finally sorting through boxes he's avoided since the funeral. I found a bin labeled with a name I didn't recognize. Caleb. Who's Caleb? Dad stopped moving. His whole body went rigid. Your brother. I don't have a brother. I've never had a brother. He died before you were born. Dad said quietly. You were our second child, our miracle after the worst thing that ever happened to us. He sat down on an old lawn chair and motioned for me to sit beside him. Then he told me everything. Caleb was 7 years old, happy, loud, obsessed with dinosaurs and soccer. He had this habit of kicking off his shoes the moment he walked in the door. They'd sit by the entrance until Mom made him put them away. Dad used to joke that he could always tell Caleb was home by the sneakers blocking the doorway. One night I woke up at 3 a.m. Something felt wrong. I walked through the house checking on everyone. Your mother was asleep. Caleb's door was open. He paused. His hands were shaking. His bed was empty. I ran to the front door. His shoes were still there, right where he'd left them. Dad wiped his eyes. He'd been sleepwalking. Started a few months before. The doctor said it was normal. Kids grow out of it. We weren't worried enough. His voice cracked. He walked out the back door barefoot. We found him in the pond behind our old house. He'd walked straight into the water without waking up. I couldn't breathe. A brother. A 7-year-old boy who walked out of his life while everyone slept. After the funeral, I couldn't look at shoes by the door anymore. Every time I saw them, I thought Caleb was home. I'd expect to hear him running down the hallway. Then I'd remember. He looked at me with 30 years of grief in his eyes. When you were born, I made a new rule. Shoes go in bedrooms. Every night I check. If your shoes are in your closet, it means you're in your bed. It means you're safe. It means you didn't walk out into the dark without me knowing. I thought about every night of my childhood. Dad's footsteps in the hallway. The soft click of my closet door. I thought he was being controlling. He was checking if I was still alive. Why didn't you tell me? Because your mother and I wanted you to have a childhood without that shadow. We didn't want you to grow up afraid of sleep, afraid of the dark, afraid of what happened to the brother you never knew. He opened the box. Inside were tiny soccer cleats, a stuffed dinosaur, a school photo of a boy with my father's eyes and a gap-toothed smile. He would have loved you, Dad said. He wanted a sibling so badly. He used to ask us every week when he'd get a little sister. He pulled out a drawing, crayon on construction paper, a stick figure family with 4 people, too big, too small. Caleb had drawn me years before I existed. The night before he died, he showed me this. Said he dreamed about having a sister. Said she had brown hair like Mom. Dad touched my hair. You have brown hair like Mom. I held the drawing against my chest and cried for a brother who dreamed me into existence. A boy who walked into the dark and never came back. That night, I put my shoes in my closet before bed. Then I walked to Dad's room. He was sitting on the edge of his bed, holding Caleb's soccer cleats. I check on you every night, he said. Even now. Even though you're 26. I still open your door and listen for breathing when you visit. I still check that your shoes are where they're supposed to be. I sat down beside him. You don't have to carry this alone anymore. I've been carrying it for 30 years. I don't know how to put it down. Then don't. Just let me help you hold it. We sat together until sunrise. He told me stories about Caleb, his laugh, his obsession with dinosaurs, the way he'd fall asleep in the car with his shoes already half off. I keep my shoes in my closet every night now. Not because Dad asked, because I finally understand. Every shoe in its place means everyone is home, everyone is safe, everyone made it through another night. Some rules aren't about neatness. They're about a father who lost one child to the dark and spent 30 years making sure he wouldn't lose another.